Buenos dias, and Bezat Hashem, this halakha this halakha in honor and for the zechut of the Bezat Hashem, the release of all our hostages, b'ka'ov me'od me'od me'od, and zayom asa Hashem nagila v'nismecha. Tomorrow we need a minyan just as good, if not better than this one.
Quarter two, no, or at least. I wish it would be 6:30, but quarter two because it's going to be a sha'anot.
6:45, yeah, definitely 6:45. And 6:45. There's also a funeral at 11 a.m. today.
Yeah.
We might get our last person that we need, but we need one more for the minyan at 11 a.m. at Sephardic Brotherhood. Okay, so it's a person that doesn't have children, so we'll need a minyan. So I'll let you guys know about one more. Okay, so Succa Gezula Kshera. So today we'll learn about a Succa Gezula, which is a Sukkah that is stolen, whether or not a person fulfills their mitzvah of sukkah in a stolen sukkah. So essentially the walls are there, the schach is there, the elements and the things that hold the sukkah together are kosher, but you didn't ask permission. You didn't ask permission to sit in the sukkah. Is it or is it not kosher? Says the Shulchan Aruch, sukkah gezula keshera. It is kosher. Keitzad. So he says, Im takaf al chavero vehotzi'o misukkato ugzala veyashav vayatza. If a person forcefully took somebody out of their sukkah and kick them out of their own sukkah and then sits in that sukkah, even though it's not nice, shouldn't be done, it is kasher. Why? She'en akarka nigzeret, because you cannot steal land. Land always has the name, or we always know whose house that is, what land, what person that land belongs to, and it's halakha that land cannot essentially be stolen, and therefore the sukkah is fixated onto the ground, and therefore it cannot be stolen. So if a person, in essence, goes in and physically kicks somebody out of their own sukkah and sit there, the mitzvah of sukkah they did, the mitzvot of ethics and midinah shamayim, that's very, very, very problematic. Says the Rama, lechatchila lo yeshav, miu lechatchila, lo yeshav adam besukat chavero shelo midato. Lechatchila, initially speaking, we should never plan or even think about kicking somebody out of their sukkah, but he says even more than that, sitting in your friend's or neighbor's sukkah, shalom midato, without letting them know that you'd like to do so. So he's, even in like a more minor offense, it should not be done at all. And he says, kol sheken midato legazla, v'chen lo yaseh sukkah b'karka chavero shalom midato. He says another one. So that was one case. But then he says another case, let's say you have friends that don't have a Ring camera and they're out of town, and you want to put a sukkah in their backyard, they have a lot of space. Says, look, nobody's using this. I'll build a sukkah in this space over here. That's also not kasher. And he says something else, Dalama. V'chen bekarka shel rabim. Sorry?
You said it's not kasher for them to build into their neighbor's yard.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly. I mean, he shouldn't.
Okay,
he shouldn't.
But I mean, still fulfills mitzvah.
He fulfilled the mitzvah, correct. But he said he should not do that, correct? And also bekarka shel rabim. Now, this is a very interesting one. I don't know if you've ever seen this or have come across a situation where somebody doesn't have a backyard or balcony, and it could happen a lot in busy places or like in Israel or in Manhattan or something, and you say, hey, there's a corner over here, okay, it's street, everybody passes by here, but I think it's okay if I just put up sukkah right there in the front. So according to the Rama, a person should not do that. Do not build your sukkah in a public domain, but b'diavad yatsa. And that's something very interesting to do that. Even though you did the mitzvah, you should not go ahead and do it if you can. Amen. Thank you so much.